What's up, everybody? Hopefully, you're having a wonderful Thursday. I am so glad it is Thursday because this week is killing me at work. But other than that, I've been having a pretty good time. So, what I wanted to do was have a special market update. Today is March 3rd, 2022. The reason for that is I remember this is reprint season. We are getting reprints of Slime Volume 1 at some point, and we are also getting Nazarick, Tomb of the Undead, or Overlord as we all know it. Out of the Bushiroad Global Online Store, nice transition there, right? There is a reprint of sorts. There is a reprint of this hat, or you could call it a restock. Anyways, this is Peaky P-key from D4DJ, and this hat is coming back up for sale because it actually came out 2021, sold out. They restocked it, it sold out. This is going to be your third chance at getting this hat. This hat is pretty nice. I am going to pick one up myself, and you can see it's pretty pricey. It's $45.50. The bad part about this is it ships late July 2022. The other thing out on the Bushiroad Global Online Store is these fake Grand Order, the movie Camelot sleeves, deck holders, rubber mats. So you can check them out here at the Global Online Store too. Main thing to note is your deadline for this is March 7th to actually pre-order this stuff. So March 7th, and the other part is it ships late June 2022, which is kind of interesting because out here we do have a set for that coming out. It says coming soon. I thought they had a June date on there before, but it seemed like it disappeared. So anyways, we have obviously Tokyo Revengers May 13th. We have Danmachi here July 15th. So I would imagine this would be June something in the teens. I didn't look at the calendar, but that would make sense to me. Why it makes it interesting is just because this thing says it's shipping late June 2022. I wish they would I would say coordinate that so that by the time people have these actual cards in hand, that you can get these, nice actual play mats, or if you're into the sleeves or anything like that, that you would have them all, right? That way it just lined up and everything's cool. That I would love to see a lot more of this stuff happen where they offer products, and as you have them, you can put them into your fancy sleeves and then line them all up that way, okay? I think that would be cool. They need to do more of that actually, but more on the whole logistics of coordinating that together. All right, why I have TCG Player up here is for the people that are here and not skipping around. Basically, what I like doing is I have a giveaway to do. This will probably be open until next Saturday. Not this Saturday, but probably next Saturday. I'll figure that. Yeah, next Saturday. Let's just go with next Saturday. I'll roll it off on the, let's say, on my market update. So more than likely it should be that Saturday, unless something crazy happens. But that's when I'll leave it open until. So right before I do that video, I'll turn it off. What's going to happen is you will be filling out a survey. There will be a link in the description. Here is the survey. You could fill out the questions. If you don't want to answer a question, just put NA on it. But there are some questions that you are required to fill out at the bottom. Obviously, this lets me know who you are and a way to identify yourself. So you'll see down there, it'll make sense to you. You could, some of those questions, put as much as you want, as little as you want. Just this is a way for me to say thank you to everybody. This giveaway it's not sponsored, but it is actually because of you purchasing through TCG Player. So in my description again as well, there is a TCG Player link. What happens is if you click that TCG Player link, it goes out to TCG Player. Anything you were to buy during that session gets credited to me. A percentage it gets credited to me. And I take literally, I would say 97, 90, I haven't done the math, let's say 96, 97% of that, and return that in a form of a giveaway. I don't want to make any money off of this. This is really just a fun way of me to, I guess, generate a giveaways by you purchasing through TCG Player. So again, if you have a local game store or a place that you can buy cards from, great. If you don't, and if you wanted to pick up a card through TCG Player, please use my link and then I'll return it. The reason why I said it's like 96% is because this time around it was $45 and whatever cents. I just don't bother with the cents. I don't know what the math comes out to be. It just sits there. I I'm not carrying cents over, okay? But basically everything goes back into the giveaway. It's really all for you. So I appreciate you clicking the link and using that, and then we can do our giveaway. So there will be 3 winners of $15 for TCG player. Again, this is only open to US people, because I think that's the only way you can use a TCG player gift card is by being in the US. I believe so. If it's different, then let me know. But go ahead, fill that out, and we will wheel it off. So it'll be the same as last time. I'll use a wheel and we'll just select people that way, okay? I'll more than likely shove it at the end of the video just so that you know I didn't like edit anything out or anything like that. It's just gonna be one long video, and you'll see it that way. So this is what I like doing. I'll say this at the end of the video again, but I don't like writing, I'm doing a giveaway so that people sign up or like and favorite or subscribe and all that crap. I don't care. Really, it's just for you, because I really appreciate you all being here and just having a good time, right? We just talk about cards and each other and enjoy each other's company. Okay, with that, moving back on, we're going to talk about reprints. Reprints for Overlord, and that time I got reincarnated as a slime. So what's going on here again is, due to overwhelming demand, we are going to reprint these following sets. I laugh because I remember people are like, we don't want this one. We don't want Nazarick, Tomb of the Undead. Mainly people wanted it. The whole thought was people wanted Nazarick because of the reprint to trial deck, and there is no reprint to a trial deck. And then also Weiss did a thing where instead of gold signatures, they are changing it to silver signatures. Same thing with slime. What's going on here? It is going to be, I was going to say signatures, but obviously this is not a signature. But anything that would have been foiled, signed in a way, foiled with words, I guess, letters, would be silver as well. So there's this whole thought, and like depending on who it is, that the gold ones are going to be worth more, that the silver ones might be worth more if they don't print as many. We'll see how this is going to go. So what I am doing with the rest of this video is really just taking a look at all the different prices for Nazarick and also slime. I'm going to capture them here because I want to have a record of what's actually going to happen. Because if we do see more reprints in the future, obviously they're more than likely going to do the same thing, changing the signature from gold to silver. We'll see what happens with the box itself, that the box actually has like a date on it that says it's a reprint, second edition, whatever it is. At this point, I don't think they said anything that there would be a label that says second edition. Obviously that would be nice, or at least have a date, because people think that the gold signature is going to be worth more, meaning that this box itself carries some value being a first edition in that way. Other cards with this reprint will not be affected. They didn't say anything that they're going to write second edition on here or anything like that. The only changes will happen to these following cards on the screen. Nothing else. So all your SRs, double rares, triple rares, all of that stuff will look exactly the same as the first edition that would have come out. The only other change that would happen is if there was an error on the card with the wording, they would change that. But normally with Weiss, there is no actual premium or anything for like a mistake on it, like a misspelling that gets fixed or anything like that. There's nothing really like that I know of. Okay, so right now, your first edition boxes are looking at $220. That's quite a bit for Nazarick, Tomb of the Undead. And the trial deck, again, not getting reprinted. Let me just change this here. The trial deck not getting reprinted is roughly $175, $185 at this point, which is kind of nuts. I still can't believe that a trial deck would be that much, but here we are. This is 2022. Anything can happen, apparently. Booster box, same thing. Yikes. Yeah, wow, okay. So people are still buying it. $224. This is on $205. So sealed is alive and kicking. Signatures. You can already see that TCG player has broken this out. You can see a gold signature version. If I scroll down here, we got silver signatures. And there are definitely some winners and losers when it comes to these actual signed cards. Make sure that when you take a look at this right here, this is the trial deck one. It has T in it, so we're not really going to be looking at this. Well, I will say this. I took a picture of all of these. So what I did here, as you can see, is I took a picture of all this as a historical reference. And as I said that, I remembered why I did the trial deck ones too. Because think about it this way. Nazarick, Tomb of the Undead, when you have cards, right? You need any sort of momentum to say, put this back in the spotlight. Let me just use Rushia from Hololive. I know when stuff happened, stuff came out last week, and because of that, with Weiss Schwarz, her cards started going up in price. Okay, with this reprint, thinking that some of these cards are harder to sell. So let me just scroll down. We have Mare here, and we have Hara. And as you can see here, they are 175 and 115. They haven't sold. This is the gold signature. They should be worth more. First edition. But again, the character matters and all of that good stuff. But realistically, when you have a set come out, like even with Slime 2, right? People were buying some of the cards from Slime 1. Some people, for whatever reason, like a player might have been buying double rares. A collector might have been buying some of the signed cards, some of the triple rares, some of the SRs. And what we have here is your opportunity. Let's say you have this Ruler of Death Ainz, and you wanted to get rid of it, but you could never sell it. When this reprint actually comes, you may see something listed here. I don't know. I'm just guessing, right? This is your opportunity. This is free promotion. Like if you wanted to get rid of this card, then you can. And actually, that's hilarious. I did not see that until literally just now. This is 3-3, which is today $500. Okay, so as it gets close, that's just funny how that works out. As it gets closer and closer to the reprint, or when the reprint happens, people are gonna be like, oh yeah, I love Overlord. Let me just check out some of these signed cards, and they're gonna see this card here if someone re-puts it back up. So that was $500. Dang, someone bought that for $500. You have the opportunity to relist some cards and see what happens, and that's what I said about these gold signs when I first talked about it. Was even though you have this one at $19.95 or this one at $502, there are going to be people that more than likely I feel like is going to put up these cards just because this is a chance to get rid of it, get people into that whole mood of buying to like have a silver collection and have a gold collection. So I fully imagine that will happen. We'll see what happens with these prices, but I wanted to capture this now. This was the trial deck one that people wish they could have gotten. That's why the trial deck is $185. This is the Albedo from inside of there. That will not see a reprint. And here are the rest of them. So they're all pretty low. They're not all pretty low, but you can see Blue Rose, Evil Eye. As I said, Mare and Aura, they're both under 200. So there's not a huge amount of heavy hitters. The Shalltear will definitely be pretty pricey. And we have Albedo. And I think, again, when this happens, my whole thought on this is, even though there is a gold and silver signatures, I think some people would just be happy getting the silver and move on. And that should drop the pool of people that actually want to purchase this card. So for me, I think overall it's going to hurt the first edition type cards, but we'll see. I don't know how it goes. Let's go on. Let's move on. So SRs, remember, because they are not doing anything to these cards unless they write second edition on there, which has not been stated at this point. These cards will be exactly the same unless there was some kind of misspelling on it or some kind of error that they had to fix when they reprinted this. Outside of that, you're not going to be able to tell, first edition from the second edition, and obviously these things should drop. That's what happened with Data Live, and more than likely it's going to happen with this. So as you can see here, these are both booster box SRs, and we got one for 50 and another one for 70. Albedo, man, people really love that lady. I can see it. Just maybe I'm more of a Shalltear guy if I had to pick one. So onto triple rares, we got Tyrant Shalltear, but this right here, this triple rare is only from the trial deck one. So if you actually wanted this card, you might want to buy it. You might want to buy it. That's what that's what I'm putting it at. And then you have these other ones will definitely drop because these are the two biggest ones actually. Shalltear and Resurrection. Let me just scroll down. Yeah, those are your two big ones. Shalltear from the trial deck, this one from a booster box. Next bin we got is PR cards. Look, check out this Albedo gone. She went for, yikes, dude, are you kidding me? $25 at some point. That would be February 17th, February 27th, two for $15. So if you had any of these cards, maybe you get rid of them before the reprint. Maybe you take the gamble that they don't put second edition on there. That's where they are. Double rare. So double rare tracker I got right here for you. This is what I've been tracking. I tracked this from June 13th of last year. Was it last year? Dang. Yeah, last year. I guess it'd be last year. And then here's today's date. As of today, double rare tracker, we have a play set of double rares coming out to 164.16. And why that's important is because let's switch back to Data Live. I have this sucker going here. I know. I haven't updated this since December 31st. Since then, the Terrible Spirit Kurumi is roughly $17. So let me just hit 17 on it, just for funds. Just for funsies. We're gonna hit 17. The other ones probably dropped a little bit, but we have what, 31%? The reason why Terrible Spirit Kurumi obviously went up in price is because we have tournament play back and people are buying this card. Yeah, so it was what, 31%? With Overlord, what I did here was I took this 164 and multiplied it by 0.6 units and discounted at 40%. We get a double rare average of 90, let's go with $99. I'll round down, I'll be generous. $99 is what you're going to be looking at for double rares. And then the rares and all that stuff. So playset of this thing is, like, when you consider a dropping of the prices, like roughly 40%. But keep in mind, there's a couple things different, right? Data Live probably got reprinted a lot more heavy than Nazarick did. But the other side of it is Data Live is pretty playable. I don't know how many people actually want to make a tournament deck of Nazarick because more than likely you're going to get destroyed if you bring that into a real tournament. You know, probably like 8 out of 9 out of 10 times you're going to straight up lose against competent players, like, you know, 1-for-1 skill base. You probably will lose that battle, and that would mean your playset on this is really low. I have not looked at what people are selling these playsets for, but I can't imagine it should be a whole lot. Given that 164 is where you're sitting it at right before a reprint is about to hit you in the face. Okay, so that's what I fully expect to happen. It's going to hurt. Next thing we're going to do is move on to slime. Slime is pretty expensive. Everything I just said applies to slime. Slime, we got $250 on booster box. I didn't check this. Let me just see if anybody bought the... Yikes, someone bought it for $304. Damn. 2 of them. That was on December 4th. So it's a couple months have gone by. Trial deck, again, not getting reprinted. There were some cards in there that were really good. And 169, holy crap, man. 169.99 is what you are looking for with a trial deck. I remember buying this off of... I got some cheap ones off of JKTCG during a Black Friday sale or something. There was some kind of sale that JKTCG was holding, and it was pretty cheap. It was a lot of the different booster box trial decks that was going on there. So I remember Slime, Goblin Slayer, Gun Gale Online, Attack on Titan. It was pretty nice, but to imagine it from, I think it might have been $5, $10 to now $170. Jeez, that's some pretty amazing stuff. Anyways, we got secrets in this set. Secrets, we got $600 one and a sold out one. So again, all saved down. And then Slime definitely did a lot better than Nazarick, right? This is a stronger set. People say that you don't need Volume 1 to play Volume 2. I like to say there are some cards that you use in there. People were really challenging me on this. I don't know why people were really upset about me saying that. but I'm pretty sure there was a double rare Belim that you might want to have used. I think it was the one that switches stock, switch it, like take out their clean stock, put some throw away their stock and put in new stock is what it was. And then I don't know why people are really upset by me saying that, but no matter what, I probably would have used that card. If you don't want to mess with people's stock, then feel free not to use that card, but I would have used it. Anyways, we got 1200 on Shuna, Rimuru 400, Milim 6. I love that, 66666. Yeah, so you can see like the difference between Nazarick and this one because you had like three of them under $200. This one, there's not that many. One, two, one, and they're all above $200. So this is the set, like between the different reprints that if you had to buy one, I probably would buy the slime one just because of the strength of it and the more love. Not to say people don't like Nazarick, but realistically, if I had to put one versus the other, I'm picking slime all day long. Right, Shizu gone, and this one right here is from the trial deck, this Rimuru Tempest, that's gone as well. So let me just see where these, no, this Shizu here is your trial deck as well. So ignore that one and ignore this one because those are your trial deck. But if they do show up, this would be a good time to sell them, I guess. Okay, what do we got here? SRs, your SRs, yikes. So we have Memories of Japan Shizu, 90 bucks. It's gonna be weird to see all these just drop in price, depending on how much is actually open. But I feel like a good number of at least slime got bought. I don't know about Nazarick itself, how many people want it. I do know people that said they wanted it and bought a bunch of these things, so it's actually a thing. People wanted this. So there's your SRs, but as you scroll down, you can see like some of these are actually sold out. So again, these aren't trial deck ones either. These are your booster box SRs. It'll be nice to see them back in stock, I guess. It's actually fun to see reprints happen. It's for the English side. Might hurt the people that collect it or bought like some $100 SR, but overall for the rest of us, it's a good day. Your triple rare here, again, I'm just making sure, taking a look to see if there's any trial deck one. Here's a trial deck triple rare. But this one up here, legendary hero. So overall, this is another trial deck. Overall, the triple rares aren't all that expensive outside of this legendary hero one, so that'll drop a bit. And what we got? Double rares. So we got your Conqueror Flame Shizu. You could still use that as a deck. This is the one I was talking about, Child on the Inside Malim. And after the Battle Rimuru, see, look at all these double rares. Comparatively to Nazarick, you got 23, 30, 40, 14, 23. And I don't know if these sold lately. Let me just see. I thought I brought up the Malim. No, I brought up Conqueror of Flame Shizu. Last sold January 29th. 4 of them. More than likely, I would have to guess for tournament play. You bought a play set of these things. I would imagine that would be why. Child on the Inside Malim definitely sold a bit. As you can see here, throughout February, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards sold. That's pretty good. Right, for a set that's a bit older. More than likely, again, I would imagine it's league play over somebody just buying it for their collection, especially with a reprint coming. And that's all I wanted to see, I guess. Let me just see after the Battle Rimuru. Yeah, there's one bought in February 17th. 25 bucks. Yee. And now it's 40. But, well, reprint will be nuts. So even if I discount this by 4, like this, these double rares, freaking amazingly expensive. I didn't even bother, just so you know, I didn't even bother writing them down just because of how out of whack the numbers are. Like, they're just humongous, right? 23, 30, 40, 14, 23, 16. That is some crazy numbers, which will massively drop, I would expect, coming up. Next thing we got is rares. So I didn't show this in the last one, but the rares here, we got a Below from Above Rimuru and Request at the Kingdom of Filtwood Shizu. So you can see right here, $22, not even in stock anymore, and $252 on Shuna. Actually, these rares are pretty expensive because we got this one too, Feeling of Respect. Pretty expensive. And also, you have this uncommon Demon Lord Ramirez. This is actually used in decks. I've seen it. used index, so $2.99 for an uncommon. Again, what I've always said, if you see an uncommon above $1, you know something's up with it, and there we go. That was it. And one last thing, I don't know if you noticed this, but I did. Not too long ago, I had to bring up different pictures, and this is our good old friend back in the day, JKTCG. JKTCG. Oh, the times we had. Not me, I didn't have as many times as all of you did, but as you can see here, this is Ruby. And you can see off to the side, it says this is an archival website of Weiss Schwarz products. It may not be updated or maintained regularly. So I don't know what happened here, but this was added. Ruby was added, last updated 12/17/2021. So we have Ruby on here. I just want to click on Excel real quick. I think this last updated actually applies to the entire site. Let me just find out. No, it isn't. So that is when Ruby got updated. So this was last updated in April. So wow, it's pretty amazing. I wonder if they just really liked Ruby. I know their name. I'm not just gonna say his name, but it's pretty cool that if you come out here and take a look, that some of the stuff is still updated. We got 7 Deadly Sins down there. So I don't know. Oh, the reason why it made me jog my memory about JKTCG, because I was, screenshotting all of these different cards and the prices for historical purposes. It reminded me because I remember when JKTCG was closing, I did the exact same thing. I took pictures of all the prices that were listed on here. I literally went through page by page and copied them all. So I have them all. And that reminded me of the good old days of this. So that was everything. This again will be used for historical purposes. I will update this as it goes along, as I did with Data Live. Will this sucker drop by 40%? More than likely 25? I'm gonna go with at least 25, just because we don't know the actual reprint of Nazarick. The people that are buying into it, I would imagine some of them actually wanted to play with these cards from what they told me. They wanted to collect and play, so I wonder how much really is going to hit the streets. And at the same time, there will be people opening it just because there's these silver signatures, and we'll see what happens with that, right? Like, if there's not a huge supply of silver signatures, they could honestly be worth more than the gold signatures out there. Okay, I gotta go. I have to go work now. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful night. As always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside of your budget. Have a good one. Oh, and the survey. The survey's in the description. Do the survey. 3 winners. Okay, you have until, let's say, Saturday, March 12th to do it. And I'm not going to write giveaway everywhere or anything like that. You just said I had to watch this video and click that link and fill out that survey. Okay, see you later, everybody.